This pretty little house has been on the market in Mount Vernon, New York for $300,000. But wait, not this house exactly. That picture, we've photoshopped it. In reality, this is that house. And the reason we're showing you this, if you're thinking of buying, selling, or renting, you need to know about this. And so, a guide to the latest in the art of selling you a house. Turns out some brokers are photoshopping their real estate listings for real. Check out this stunning sunset view from this house in Los Angeles. Too bad they actually moved the sun. It now sets in the south. The towering trees surrounding this house in the Hamptons give it curb appeal, but they're fake. And the living room of this New York townhouse looks lovely, except the original photo shows a big brown water stain. Watch out for the leak. We brought in Rob. He spends much of his time perusing ads for the website Curved National, which features Photoshop fakeouts. You look at these all day.
All day, yes.
One tip from Rob, when windows are overexposed like this, it often means they're trying to hide something. In this case, they're trying to hide a car, a dead giveaway that it's an undesirable first-floor apartment.
And the actual picture looks like it has bars over the windows and it faces out on the street.
He says sometimes the photos the broker doesn't show can tell you a lot.
It's a bad sign when you see a listing that has no photos of the kitchen or bathrooms.
And it isn't just photoshopping. There are a lot of things realtors and sellers can do to turn a dump into a dream house. Which brings us back to that little house. Look at it. It was on the market for over 10 months, and the price had been lowered by $100,000. The kitchen? Straight out of the 50s. The bedrooms have peeling paint and ugly pipes. And look at the living room's dated carpeting and furniture, not to mention a serious lack of curb appeal. It needs a listing makeover of the extreme kind.
It's beautiful. Look at this.
Meet Dottie Herman, a hotshot broker and CEO of the fourth largest real estate company in America. Normally, Dottie sells places like this penthouse in Manhattan.
Look at the doors. You're not looking for your agents to Photoshop the apartments.
We don't, and we don't do that.
But she says even places like this require real work so buyers can see the potential.
A good agent would do what?
Well, first of all, they're going to stage the house. They're going to speak to the sellers and tell them, here's what we have to do before we photograph it.
Dottie says the same rules she uses to move luxury properties apply to every house on the market.
You really have to take your personal things out.
So what if we could bring your expertise to a house, a more regular house?
Let's do it.
Well, here we are.
Right smack in front of what could be a charming home. I mean, this is all shot. Change the countertops, everything needs to be cleaned. I would definitely put a new dishwasher in. I would take it out. Well, this all should go. That needs a cover. There's an air conditioner right there. So this all has to go, though. There's even empty coffee cups here. Throw this stuff out or give it away. Take these down.
She tells Daryl, the listing agent, a little work will go a long way to up the asking price. So we decided to put Dottie on the spot. Can she stage one room in 24 hours for $5,000?
Absolutely.
She immediately begins to rally her troops.
Hi, Isha, it's Dottie. They need this done in 24 hours. You can see it today. No, it's not a loss. I'll text you all the information. And if you need anything, just call me.
All right, Dottie Herman is like a heat-seeking missile.
It would have to be done tomorrow. Would you be available?
Beautiful.
Honestly, we weren't sure if they could pull it off.
I don't usually check this voicemail, so that's
The hardwood flooring was polished, walls and ceiling given a fresh coat of paint. It's a major overhaul. Next up, luxury designer Leslie Young. Leslie may have been in shock, but she didn't bat an eyelash.
The second chair is not going to fit there.
Meanwhile, Dottie recommends a facelift for the outside.
It's a cute screed, isn't it? I mean,
It's
I must say
wonderful.
it's adorable.
And so this home,
Right.
it looks like it needs a little help and no one's taking care of it. And when people see that, they will just either keep on going by or they say, well, what other problems could there be that this home has been neglected? With very little money, You can take some of those weeds out. There's dead flowers, and plant some new nice flowers, some colorful flowers this summer.
Next, we called in a big-time photographer. Among Dan's previous gigs, 50 Cent's house.
What the hell can I do with this?
Because we were only staging the living room, we asked Dan what he could do with the others.
We want to try and avoid having anything that looks like a scene out of The Shining.
He squeezes into the corner to get the widest shot possible. Andy makes sure to include the hallway behind it.
And we actually now show the flow from the dining room all the way back into the kitchen, which I think is going to help sell the house as something larger, something that has more than just, tiny compartments in it.
And there's something else to be on the lookout for. Real estate ads can be full of words that can be almost as misleading as Photoshop. Cozy.
So cozy means small, cramped, and not necessarily comfortable.
Functional.
Functional means that the property is probably just that.
Estate.
It's probably old and in need of updating.
Speaking of old and needing updating, back to our living room. It's time to unveil the transformation.
Wow. There's no question in my mind that if the home were staged in this manner, the house would have been gone a long time ago. If a few of the rooms were done, then I think that probably we're talking another, $40,000, $50,000 easily in return.
I didn't think that we would transform it as well as we have.
And if you don't have $5,000, a little elbow grease would do it.
On a smaller budget, just cleaning the house up and having all the stuff out of it would make a complete difference. Paint.
The last step, renovating the description. The old one says it needs some TLC but has lots of potential. Dottie's revision?
Spacious 3-story single-family home, light-filled with hardwood floors, large eaten kitchen, needs updating, but ideal for someone with vision and who wants to create their own unique space and sees the potential.
And finally, some good news. Just last week, an offer was accepted on the house. It's now under contract.